Alright.
Now Prism, 3 recons very early. Now that will be interesting. And also PIGA, also 3 recons, 1 assault. 2 assaults on PIGA.
Seems like that's
Also
the same
going for an
composition.
early drop. Now this will be interesting. We get an early drop. Seems like Prism is not super. Oh, Waffle Time noticed. Staying at the window. Similar with Exocat. Exocat getting ambushed here by Sippy.
Matters on dropping Waffle Time. And okay.
Oh, that was devastating. Reloading in the worst possible time, and that was a very fast round. PIGA again, utilizing their speed. Really overrunning Prism with recons. And they didn't even notice it. It's live.
They thought they were just scrimming.
Uh-huh.
Someone
Apparently not.
uploaded it after it went live, so maybe they're confused because of that.
Also here, Prism trying a drop. And getting a very early drop on Mata, who became too cocky. And we got a team kill as well by OKK.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
And that is a grenade. Getting trade after trade here.
Waffle Time and Exocet making the late drop down the scrap
If Prism is smart here, this will be one game just by capturing the ghost if they want it. But they kind of suspect, they didn't notice the drop. They kind of suspect the enemy still ahead of them at the spawn. Notice how defensively the others play. They will probably surprised to be that they actually dropped. Exocat moving closely to the ghost, to the officers. While Waffle is still slowly being behind, not utilizing his recon speed. Playing recon like a support, nearly. Not much use of the vents now. That could have been an easy win, but Grass goes for it. Now if Waffle Time isn't quick, this will be a capped game. He still salvages it. Now they have to move in though.
Chantel is now going to Ghost. Exchanging gunfire.
Oh, and we see an ambush. We see a possible knife kill here by Exocat. But they missed it. That was very unfortunate. PIGA really got too cocky. Killed themselves with a nade, as I think. And nearly the knife kill was very... That could have been an easy one for PIGA if he just didn't draw the knife at the worst possible situation.
And that was a very unfortunate nade by John Kaz.
Seems by sheer luck, Prism is back in the game here. Okay, we once again see a cut from PIGA, going for both things, but Prism expects that. Prism is already in defensible positions here. Getting a drop on John Cass, on Smile. Staying defensively at the ground level kind of has shown it its advantages here. But now they have to move. Grass being cornered here, trying to go with knives.
Ooh.
Nice grenade by him. Waffle Time getting on Mata. And Grass got some Waffle Time. 2 against 2, very equal right now. It seems like everything is coming down at the servers and offices. Exocat getting a drop on Sippy. Moving like a wall. Bullets.
Yeah, and Prism really has this. Alright, I think this might be a very close game, actually.
Time to piss in a bottle. You read it, Lay. Maybe we can finally say something like, no one has ever done this in the history of Neotokyo.
What, piss in a bottle?
I doubt that.
I mean,
You've done it, right?
Oh, of course.
Not during a tournament.
Who hasn't?
Okay, PIGA now also still very aggressively pushing in with shotguns. Or waiting for the drop.
Daijibo holding pillars with a Supa.
But maybe it looks like Waffle Time just taking the piss, shooting the windows with the meal saw.
He might be trying to fake out anyone that's guarding inside ground level.
But it seems like it's coming to be at the ghost. Fighting at the elevator here. Prism trying to deter PIGA from moving in, but John Cass very nicely getting a nade and a gun drop. By PIGA just being not properly prepared yet.
Looks like Prism has the ghost now.
But I doubt they will not pick it up. They're surrounded even. I could even say they're boxed in. If they're not watching out, they will be surrounded from every corner with no mobility, which they will have to drop the ghost again.
Yeah, John Kaz now moving towards the elevator.
And Grass getting the drop on it. But Hajduk still valiantly with the touchy.
Kaz got dropped by
Hajduk
Hajduk.
holding out. This would be a great opportunity for Waffle Time to move in and help out Hajduk, but he's still staying downstairs. Now slowly moving back in. Getting dropped by Mata. Now PIGA could easily cap the ghost. Having the advantage here. Yeah, and they do. They get the ghost. I don't think Waffle can be fast enough to stop that.
You might be able to hold off the ghost in time.
And that is an early cap for PIGA. Granting them 2 early sergeants. Even if Waffle Time can revenge it. So that's 2 against 2. I think that would have played out differently if Waffle Time would have moved in earlier to support Hajduk when he was very low, covering the ghost on his own. Okay, we see 4 assaults now on Jinroy. Will they try to move, or will they try to ambush people going in here?
Ooh, nice name by Hajduk. Smile holding pillars and Grass doing the drop down.
And Shinrai being very defensively, staying in their own area. And Dichibu nearly getting ambushed.
Oh!
What a nice nade. That's the second time this happened. It happened 2 rounds ago as well, with the same nade in the same spot here. It's kind of served justice with Prism. Oh, and Exocat. Probably thinking
Looks like
that
he
was
accidentally picked up the frag.
Yeah, he accidentally picked up the frag. But can he hold it as support? Now he will probably hunker down there. With PIGA having the ghost, maybe they will even drop it just to get Exocat quickly. But Exocat is moving in.
Looks like Pika's doing a assault heavy push.
Mm. But we still see 1 recon on each team right now. It seems like everybody getting a bit distance to each other. Most people going in for their own, and that's why trades often it's not really trades that happen, it's just one player getting dropped if they're not careful. And
That's why I'm
PIGA
picking
here
up
getting the
Ghost.
ghost. Now if Prism doesn't have noticed this and they drop, this will be a very unfortunate position for them. Then it would be a very good cap for PIGA itself. Did Shibu noticed also waffle time? Just in time. For waffles. But Jijibu would be a very bad spot with the shotgun defending this spot here. The mercenary, he's dropped down. Now that's also not very good. He probably will have to move faster. He nearly support his team up there. And that is a cap. That's a certain cap.
Unfortunate choice by Daijibu to play Supa next to a fence.
Yeah. I think he would have had the chance to just basically move in very aggressively when he noticed that they are going upstairs.
He had a nice
Knowing-
vantage at paper.
And we see 5 lieutenants now in PIGA. And that in such an early stage of the game now. Now having the AA-13 is definitely a huge advantage, especially since nobody on no assault on Jinrai would have the MX now.
Prism doesn't even have a sergeant yet, they're all corporals.
And Crass going the way of the dodo here, trying to do a nice drop.
It looks like Martyrzon was too slow on the draw.
Also PIGA very aggressively now pushing in where Prism usually holds back here.
John
We have
just
a
wiping
super
the
duel.
floor.
And that was it for waffle time. Just picking the nade at the wrong possible time here. But it seems like the game has kind of changed to the same meta as it has this previous game. Both teams picking more defensive classes. Even PIGA, although they did great job of their previous mobility with their recon heavy gameplay, now basing their gameplay around assaults. Smile getting dropped by Hajduk, being careless, going out into the construction area. And Prism covering pillars.
John dropping
And
High
we get-
Duke.
Waffle Time being very close at the ghost. Very unfortunate for Waffle Time. John Cuss being low though, he got hit.
Exocet making a drop at the scavenge.
I think this will also once again punish PIGA, especially as support. He will not have the mobility to come back if they need the mobility. If PIGA will get up the ghost.
Yeah, and it seems like they got another cap up their sleeve.
Definitely. I mean, it's probably definitely up to Dichibu, but even he's not in the position if PIGA would pick up the ghost now to stop it. That's what's happening right now. John Cass taking up the ghost, and that's a definite cap again. Not that PIGA would need it. They have the numbers already, but that happens because Prism just lets them take the ghost. And not
Yeah,
having the
but-
mobility to do something about it.
They're too dummy thick to stop the ghost.
And even getting dropped now towards the end of the game just to make matters worse for them.
Now PIGA's just styling on him.
Definitely. With this, if Prism doesn't respond to this kind of gameplay, picking a bit more, staying more at the go, staying more together, being a bit more coordinated, Prism doesn't have a chance yet. PIGA has found their game and they're using it to their advantage. Waffle Time being there on his own on the upper level. The others still being downstairs.
Exocet dropping Smile at elevator.
PIGA getting up the ghost. Maybe they can risk a ghost cap here. Maybe even a rise drop. Or through Prism stays very defensively here. There are disadvantages numerically, but maybe they can make it up with raw power of the AA-13 and better coordination.
It looks like Exocet's trying to floor bang through that floor in the lobby, but it doesn't look like he's able to.
PIGA already having dropped down, but John Cass being in the elevators. Maybe trying... He might flank OK and Hajduk here, if they're not careful. And OK might have be better watch out. He's very close to him.
If only he stayed behind the glass doors, he might have got John.
Yeah. Hajduk with the M40S, M41S. Very unconventional choice. But now being done by Sippy in the back. Now this round could have gone anyway. But I guess Prism was just not coordinated enough here to do the final push.
With PIGA stacking AAs, they could have very easily just stayed behind doors, like in a server room. That's like a very easy counter against a shotgun heavy team.
That's a very good point. Although now we also see a kind of PIGA having learned from that, picking MX rifles though.
This is match point, so PIGA might have this entire game in the bag.
I would say so. It will be so hard for Prism to come back from this. It's unfortunate. It looked very good and promising in the beginning, but PIGA just by having these, I mean, just getting the ghost capped on them a few times cost them this game, because PIGA could convert these ghost caps into better armory. But Prism still runs around with their basic weapons, and that shows.
What happened there? Looks like Smile clipped through Hajduk and he didn't seem to notice.
And Exocet once again performing the drop. Now this once again could cost Prism the game if he's not pushing fast enough to go back. I mean, it's questionable, this gameplay as Assault. It's more Recon Assault based, where you can utilize the speed to come back into the game, to ambush. 2 against 2 now, with Exocet being so far out of the game for this really, the numerical advantage for Prism is gone through because of that. And he gets a nade on him. But because of Source Engine luck, the nade doesn't do any damage to him, even though it exploded right next to him. But that's the stairs. Now, if Prism does this right, they can even maybe get a ghost cap, or through Marta has the eyes on it, but he has the PZ, and both Prism players playing with the MX, they have a greater firepower as him. Maybe they could use it. And he gets the ghost. When he's quick enough, he can cap it. Doesn't think.
If he pulls out
Just
his
run.
pistol and Vigil runs.
And Marta doesn't have noticed it.
I don't think Matters cares because they're gonna run out the clock at this rate. I don't think they'll be able to cap it.
That's true. I didn't even notice that. Oh, it's close. Oh, very unfortunate. It's a tie. They don't cap it. That was a matter of a second. But very risky by Marta to do it. Very risky move for him to back on that. That the assault is so slow. Marta just getting an excuse, not being able to hear the ghost pickup. Seems like he got lucky in the end. Prism once again staying defensively down there. But Grass
If he pushes him in through a window, gets the drop on high Duke.
Picking an SRS to actually ambush them from their own spawning point. Now that's interesting. Okay, not thinking about that. Now that round is very nearly done.
Yeah.
5 against 1. PIGA pushing in from every corner. Now maybe even picking up the ghost. And I think Marta will soon encounter the last prison member. For Waffle Time still going up, trying to stop him. And that's it.
That's the game.
That's it. Prism usually started well, but PIGA just pushed ahead against them towards the end game. That game left something to be desired.